Hello everybody and welcome back to the Video Geek Squad channel. In this particular video today, I'm going to be doing a Katteb tutorial and giving you a 1, 2, 3 workflow tutorial on how to use Katteb. And this actually is being done because I believe I'm going to say your name right. Anna Lynn Nature had made a request for me to use this to create some content and do a step-by-step tutorial about this because they were feeling or not feeling the output of the AI writer. And I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and some tricks that should be able to help you in this tutorial make the best of Katteb and make the best of the software within itself. So that's the whole idea here. Now, this, of course, was available on AppSumo for a lifetime deal, and Katteb, and I've done a review of Katteb. I've also now done a couple of tutorials on Katteb, so this should be able to help you and sort of walk you through this entire process. All right, so let's get into the tutorial. Let's talk about it a little bit, guys, and then let's go from there. Okay. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to give you the basic walkthrough of how you should be approaching all of your writing, especially when it comes to using some of these AI tools, okay? Because Katteb is an AI writer, and I want you to understand something. You need to know the difference between an AI writer and an AI optimizer or a content optimizer. This content can be rewritten, and you can use this content on your websites, your blogs, etc. And some of this content is going to be used as filler content. But when you're looking to rank a blog, you need to understand the difference between an AI writer and an AI optimizer, something that's going to actually optimize the content. Now, Katteb is an AI writer. Fuse and some of these other things like Neuron Writer, those things are content optimizers, and some of those do have a writing element to them, but every one of those has a different purpose when it comes to doing the work. Okay, so I just want you to understand the difference there so that you can distinguish what you're actually doing in the process, and that should help you be able to get that understanding when it comes to doing that. Okay, now when you get ready to sit down and to optimize your content, the first thing that you want to do here is you want to research your keywords, and you want to do that in WritersIn, Ahrefs, SEMrush, RankIQ, or whatever sort of keyword research tool that you use in order to find your blog titles. Okay, this is the workflow process of how you're going to do this. Okay, you're going to research your keywords. You're going to look in WritersIn, Ahrefs, SEMrush, RankIQ, and you're going to get some keywords. Now, what I recommend you to do also is to maybe put this on an Excel spreadsheet or in maybe something like Evernote, something to that effect where you can actually put additional keywords in there. So you're going to find your main topic or your main keyword topic that you're going to write on, and you're going to use that, in your title and optimize keyword title, and you're going to get additional keywords that you can use throughout the course of the article that you're writing. Okay, now once you've done that, you're going to move on to getting your research SEO optimized title. You should be able to do that. A lot of the AI tools will do that for you, and I'm going to get into Katteb in a little bit, and we're going to walk through that as well. What I want to do in the beginning is just sort of give you the workflow or the workflow that you're going to be using. These are the steps that you're going to take before we start the whole writing sort of process here, okay? So you're going to research your SEO optimized title, and that's what you're going to do, all right? The third step you're going to do is you're going to prepare an SEO optimized outline. Now, you can use Katteb and some other software programs out there to do it, like Word Hero. You can use Text to AI, you can use Jasper, you can use all these other tools, but you want to make sure that you're using an SEO optimized outline so that way you can really maximize what you're doing as far as get the most out of your article. Now, if you're trying to rank the article, this is what you want to use. You want to use something like Neuron Writer, and it's going to help you to be able to optimize the article that you are writing, so that way you can, get the most bang for your buck. Okay. The fourth thing that you're going to do is you're going to write the content. Okay. And you're going to either do it by yourself or with Katteb. You can use something like Brainwork or any other AI tool that you have that you're currently using to do all of your writing for you. This is how you're going to do that. All right. Now, the fifth thing that you're going to do is you're going to optimize the content for SEO in Neuron Writer. You're going to try to make sure that the content is reaching all of the matrix points that's necessary in order for you to make sure that it ranks if you're trying to rank the article. Now, if you're just trying to use the article as filler content for your blog, you may not necessarily need to do this particular step. You just may need to write the blog, make sure it has good outlines, pictures, conclusion, etc., and then go ahead and implement that. So that's the way that you want to look at that. Okay. Now, the sixth step that you want to do is publish the content. You want to do that manually or with Neuron Writer or Brainwork WordPress plugin. There are some plugins that you can use with some of these software tools that it will automatically go ahead and do that for you. And so you want to think about that when it comes to plugging in the content and getting the content out there. All right. Now, the seventh thing that you want to do is you want to monitor the SEO rankings. You want to make sure that you are monitoring because you need to measure the work that you're doing. You don't want to continue to do the type of work that you're doing without measuring your progress and making sure that you're becoming successful in the things that you are doing. Okay. So that's how you want to look at that. The eighth thing that you want to do is you want to re-optimize the content if you need to do so. So if you see that the content isn't ranking or you see that the content is not really getting anywhere, you might want to re-optimize it, look at it again, and put it through the Neuron Writer test. But if you're doing Neuron Writer or using Neuron Writer, it's most certainly going to help you throughout the whole process of making sure that it's optimized, because you have a content writer and you have a content optimizer. Those are two separate things. So keep that in mind when it comes to creating your content. Step one, of course, we're going to research your keywords. And in this particular section, I'm just going to walk you through briefly how you can start to research for your keywords. Okay, everybody, in this particular section, we're going to be talking about researching your keywords. Now, for the sake of this particular video, I'm going to go ahead and speed up some of the process. Otherwise, this video is going to get very, very long. What I want to encourage you to do, if you have not yet joined my free community, I want to invite you to come on over, because in the coming weeks, I'm going to be doing a lot more tutorials like this and getting into a lot of this stuff, but I'm going to be putting it inside of the free community. So you guys need to make sure that you do that. But here we go. You're going to come to whatever service that you're using. Remember, I said Rank IQ, SEMrush, and all those others. You have all sorts of tools that you can use. In this particular tool, this is a BIQ or BIQ. I'm going to be using this, and for the sake of this, I've already gone ahead and started to research. So we're going to access the keyword intelligence tool here, and we're going to go ahead and pull this up. Now, for the sake of this video, I want to talk a little bit about repurposing content. And so this is the keyword that I'm going to use in this particular instance. So we're going to use repurposing content, and it's going to go out there and it's going to look this up for us, and it's going to find us the relevant keywords that have something to do with repurposing content. Now, this particular software is really good with cost per click. It's very good at determining content ideas, popular questions, and things like that. It's also going to help you when it comes to buyer intent. Okay, so it's going to help you when it comes to looking at what the purpose of the person's inquiry was. And so you're going to get transactional, you're going to get navigational, as well as informational. And so you have to determine what exactly it is that you're trying to do. And that's good in case you're doing things like Shopify stores or Shopify blogs or things of that nature. You can definitely use this in order to determine what's going to be the best practice for that. Now, it's got 398 related keywords. Here you have repurposing content. It's going to give you the search volume. It's also going to give you the trend data or the SRP data for that. So it's going to give you all of those things. Now, it's going to give you a value score as well, and typically those things that are in the green are very good. So as far as trying to rank for these are very good. You're going to get content ideas if they have any sort of content ideas here. You can look here for that, and it's going to give you some informational content ideas. If it has any sort of trending searches, it's also going to give you the trending data for the trending searches as well. So one of those things is repurposing content for social media. And so we're going to, of course, use this particular word for our blog posts. Okay. So this is how you're going to do that. And so what I would normally do is I would start checking off some words here. Best practices for that, repurposing content into other formats. And I would go here and I would just start getting some stuff. Now, here's the thing. Even if you're not going to rank for that particular keyword, you might want to include the keywords in some of your blog posts, because you never know, you could possibly, get ranked because of those extra keywords in there. So you just want to always sort of highlight some of these things, and you would export these keywords and the stuff that you're going to use in that. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. And so we're going to start our blog on focusing on repurposing content. And so this is how you would research your keyword, and you would sort of narrow down your keyword term and what you want to write for. And so that's what you're going to do in this particular section. Step number 2, you're going to research an SEO optimized title. And I have various tools that I can use to do this, but I'm going to walk you through a process of researching an SEO optimized title. All right, now in this particular section, what we're going to be talking about is coming up with your SEO optimized title, or coming up with a title. If you're in Katteb, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the headline section here, and we're going to put in a brief description of what we want to focus on, or what's going to be our thought, our theme of this particular article. Now, we already know that we're going to be dealing with repurposing content, so we're going to put in the word repurposing content. Now, you're going to get 10 outputs here, and your idea, now keep in mind, for this particular video, I'm just talking about putting together the content so that you can have filler content. Now, if you're doing SEO optimized content, then you want to make sure that you go find an SEO optimized title. Now, how would you get an SEO optimized title? You want to take the word repurposing content, and you want that to be in your title. And you will notice that inside of all of these titles here, there is a level of, or a repurposing content is inside of all of the titles. Okay, so you will find that, and typically that's going to help you rank inside of the search engines. Now, we've already looked up into our keyword inspector that the keyword is fine, and it's something that we'll probably be able to rank for as long as we put together a well put together SEO optimized title and descriptions, and all the other things that go into that. So these are the 10 titles. You have repurposing content, the key to maximizing your online presence, how to repurpose content for different platforms, the benefits of repurposing content, a cost-effective strategy to increase this. And so we have this here. So it's given us 10 ideas, or 10 headlines. Now, could any of these headlines be your title for your article? Absolutely. I don't think that any of these is a bad idea, but you can also use, you can use other tools if you need to, but this is a good start to coming up with a good headline or good title for your article. All right, now I just wanted to go inside of the article writer, and we're going to use the article writer to generate this particular article. I like doing it a little bit different than most other people. That's why I always start with my headlines, because I want to have a general idea of what I want to talk about. But throughout the sake, for the process of this video, we're going to do it this way, and we're going to go through the article writer, and we're going to do it. Okay, so here's the first thing. You want to add an article title here. Now, remember, just in our headlines before, we had a title that we found, and you can put that title in here, and if you want to use that headline. And let's see, did I save the headline? Because I might not have saved it. Hold on. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put one of those titles in here. We're going to call it Repurposing Content, Unlocking Its Potential for Business Growth. Okay, so we've got our language, which is English. We've got our target audience, which is United States. And we're going to change the amount of words for this. I want to do at least, we're going to do 900 words for this because this is filler content. Let's do 800 because knowing me, I'm probably going to add some more words to it. Okay, so we're going to do that and then we're going to save and we're going to do next steps. Okay, now it's going to give us our table of contents. Okay, so here we go. You've got your introduction, which is understanding the concept of repurposing content, the benefits of repurposing content for business growth. That was what we got here, right? And I don't know if we want to use this one because that's kind of like our title there. Wait, no, we'll do this one. Okay, then it says types of content, creating blog posts with existing videos, turning blog posts into infographics, repurposing webinar recordings. I like that. Content, and see, here's the thing too, while I'm doing this, you got to make sure that you guys read through all of these in order to make sure that it's going to make sense, or you can add to the content and make it a little bit more robust. So that's something that you definitely want to do as well. So just read through it and determine, okay, this is what I like. And so, yeah, so I like all of this option here. So give me a second here. All right, and for the sake of this, I changed it to optimistic, and we're going to start generating. Okay. All right, so it's going to go out there and start generating the article. Okay, now our article is done. Katteb has finished the article, as you can see here. I just want to double check something. Okay, so that's what I thought. So that is correct. My thinking is right. So we're going to go into view the article. Here is your article that has been written by Katteb, and you're going to go through this. Now, one thing I notice here, there is no conclusion. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come here and we're going to let's do a blog conclusion because we want to go ahead and get done with the blog. So let's do a blog outro. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and put a conclusion here at the bottom. And I'm actually going to make some adjustments to this. But this is actually a full-fledged article that was generated. And we didn't even have to do it the normal way, which is going through and creating an outline, because it actually did the outline for us. But I am going to show you how to create an outline so that you'll have that at your disposal as well. So this is the actual article here that has been generated. The third thing you want to do is prepare your SEO optimized outline. And you can do that within the software, or you can do that in another software like Neuron Writer. And some people have different workflows, so it's going to depend upon what you feel like works best for you. So let's prepare our SEO optimized outline. All right, in this particular section, we're going to be talking about if you needed to come up with a blog outline, and we'll just call this repurpose outline, just in case you wanted to do it this way. Okay, because you can do everything within here, and this is what's so great about this. So we're going to talk about repurposed content, right? And all you have to do is simply hit the word generate, and it's going to generate your outline. Okay, so here's your outline. And then what you would do is you would take and you would expand upon this once you started in your writing process. So if you were going to start from scratch, and here's the key to this, if you're going to start from scratch with Katteb, this is how you would do you would create your outline. Now, If you want to make sure that you put some more keywords or something in some of these outlines or in the numbers, you could do that as well. That will only help you boost your SEO, your search engine optimization. So it's going to be dependent upon how you choose to go about doing that. Now, I use several different tools, but Katteb is good enough that you don't really have to use another tool. You can just use this. It doesn't even require you to go somewhere else. You can literally use this. And how would I do that? I would put some of those keywords that we found in ByQ. I would look to see if I could maybe include some of those keywords inside some of these titles here. And that's how I would beef up the SEO as far as that's concerned. So that's how you would create an outline inside of Katteb. Step 4, we're going to go ahead and write the content. We're going to do that by ourselves, or we're going to use Katteb. In this instance, we're going to use Katteb, and we're going to go ahead and write the content. Okay, this particular article is 1,300 words, and this is what you would do if you were writing the article. So the article has been written, and so this is what you would do. Now, you can actually check it here for plagiarism, and you can look for the plagiarism. You could check for plagiarism as well. That's how you would do that from here. But it's very, very simple. So this is how, like I said before, you would write the article. So the article has been written, and you would then just optimize the content for SEO. Now you're going to use that in a content optimizer, and that's where you're going to come, where Neuron Writer or something like that's going to come in to handy for you if you're optimizing it to rank in the search engines. Now, me in this particular case, I'm just looking for an article for filler content, so I'm not going to optimize it in this particular video, but I've given you the steps that you need in order to do so, and I might give you just a brief walkthrough of how you would optimize the content, and just so that you could see it inside of Neuron Writer. Okay? All right. All right. Now, if this was an article that we were going to rank for, we would optimize the content for SEO in Neuron Writer, and I'm going to walk you through how to optimize the content in Neuron Writer. All right, guys, so here's what you would do when you were coming in to rank an article. You would actually use a article optimizer to actually rank your article. Okay, now I'm actually inside of Neuron Writer here, and you will see all of these green bars here, and that's because I've gone ahead and optimized this particular article, but not the article that we just wrote in Katteb. This was a different article, but you would go through the same process of writing it, then you would bring it over into Neuron Writer, and then you would optimize it over here. Okay, and so that's how that would be done. So this is how you would optimize it. So remember, you would get it together in Katteb, right? So you would write it in Katteb, then you would bring it over to Neuron Writer, and then you would optimize it. You would go through the same process of optimizing it through Neuron Writer, okay? And that's how you would do that. And you want to get all of these green things, and you want the score to go up, as well as you want the readability score to be, basically where they need to tell you to be at. And you're at this one is a 36. So this article here should actually rank. And so we haven't published it yet. So please don't go out and do that. But if you do, it doesn't matter, because I'm just testing stuff at this point anyway. So, but yeah, that's how you would do that. So use Katteb, guys, to write it. Use Neuron Writer to optimize it. And then you will have your published article. And you can literally do this in an hour. So, I mean, you don't even really have to take that long of a period of time to do it. And so that's how you would do that. All right, in this particular section, we're going to publish the content. We're either going to do it manually or within Neuron Writer or the Brainwork WordPress plugin if you're using WordPress. So this is the point that you would go ahead and publish your content. Okay, everybody, we went ahead and published the content. This content is available on videogeeksquad.com, and we can go ahead and start promoting this particular article, repurposing content, unlocking its potential for business growth. And what I did was I went ahead and I've corrected, went through all of the article. I added a photograph I listed the stat because that's what Katteb allows you to do that. And I, went ahead and just optimized the content. I put a couple of links in there to some other pages on the website. And I highlighted castmagic.io. I included a video in here as well. And I went ahead and did the conclusion. This is simply just to add some content to the blog. So this is how we went ahead and we published the content. So once you get it done, if you have a WordPress plugin or you've got WordPress, you can do it with one click. It just takes me a couple of other steps. Now, what I found that worked really, really well for me is just downloading the HTML file and then just copying the HTML file, because everything came over in its proper place and highlighted, bolded. Everything was just as if it was in Katteb. So that's how I found the easiest way to do that. And so the content has now been published. Now, you want to make sure that you monitor your rankings. This is a section that you'll do so in that. If you're using something like Brainwork or Neuron Writer, it will go ahead and do that for you. But for the sake of this particular video, we're going to go ahead and use our software to make sure that we are monitoring our SEO ranking. Okay, everybody, I just wanted to make you aware, but this is where you're going to go into your content optimizer to make sure that you are optimizing the content so that it can actually rank in the search engines. So for me, I use Neuron Writer. I have another content optimizer as well. Actually, I have three. So you guys can somewhat look in the ones that you want to use or the one that you have, and you can use that to make sure that you're optimizing your content. Okay, so you guys are all set, and this is how you would just double check on your content optimization to make sure that the article is ranking. Now, of course, in this particular section, this is where we would re-optimize the content if we're seeing that the content is not ranking. And this is something that we'll put in a little bit later in case we need to change anything at a later particular point in time. So this is where you would re-optimize the content. All right, now for any reason, if the article is not ranking, that's where you're going to come into your content optimizer and optimize the content even further. Now, I'm going to make an updated video to this, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this for content that's being optimized. And I'm going to show you guys that in another video inside of our free community. So just make sure that you guys go over there. There'll be a link down in the description below, so that way you can take a look at that. But just make sure that you guys get inside the free community, because it's going to help me to be able to, go through this in a little bit greater detail, and I can, kind of dive into it a little bit more. So here's how you're going to do that. Now, let's just go over a couple of things again really quick while I've got you here. So number one, you're going to research your keywords. Number two, you're going to research the title. Number three, you're going to prepare the SEO optimized outline. You're going to do that inside of Katteb. You can also do that in any other AI tool of your choice. You're going to write the content. In this particular instance, we use Katteb so that Katteb could write the content out completely for us. But you can write it yourself. And if you write it yourself, you can use the content optimizer to make sure that you're optimizing the content as well. Then you're going to optimize the content for SEO, and we use or looked at Neuron Writer to do that. Your next step is you're going to publish the content, and you're going to go out there and you're going to export it, and you're going to publish it. You're going to do it with HTML, plain text, PDF, or doc. Remember what I said about the documents file and the FYI that I gave you there. And after you do that, you're going to go ahead and monitor your SEO rankings. You can use a Neuron Writer or whatever tool that you're using to do that. And then the eighth thing that you're going to do is re-optimize the content as well. All right, now if you guys have any questions or concerns about anything that I just went over, please don't forget to leave me a comment down below, and I will do my very best. If I need to clarify something or make an additional video, I'll definitely do so that we can be clear about how I did it. Because here's the thing. When you use a tool like this, the whole idea is to make the tool make it easier for yourself so that you're not having to do double the work. You want to make things really quick, really fast, so that you can put content out there and get content in the hands of your viewers. All right, guys, make sure if you like this type of video that you leave me a thumbs up. Please make sure that you hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because this is how I'm going to continue to be able to make great videos like this. All right, guys, I'll see you in the very next video.